Hi everybody, beautiful people. This is Mountain Mama. My name's Trina, and I'm here to do your sacred union or twin flame or whatever you like to call it reading for those that are in union together for the rest of August, all right, 2018. So just doing a little sage here. We're gonna do a relationship spread, a simple relationship spread. Okay, so 3 cards for you, 3 cards for your partner, and some outcome as well as advice cards. All right, so I hope you're all doing well, had a beautiful summer. Please check out my other videos and subscribe and like. I would love that. Thank you so much. If you already have, thank you so much. All right, so I'm gonna do my invocation and get right to it. Highest love and light, please tell us only true. For all the divine souls that are in union with their twin flame, sacred partner, divine partner. Please tell us only true for twin flames in union for the rest of August, now through the rest of August, the end of August 2019. Highest love and light, please tell us only true. Twin flames in union. I ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, please be around us. Sacred space, healing truth for us. We ask all the beautiful souls that this video is for come into this reading. We ask that their highest selves connect with this reading now. Their guardian angels, the highest love and light, please connect with this reading. And Trina's highest self, Trina's guardian angels, the highest love and light, please be here now. Father God, Mother God, highest love and light, please be here now. Tell us when twin flames in union. All right, so we're gonna do. This time we're gonna have the 3 cards for the divine feminine, whether that's you or your partner up top. 3 cards for the divine masculine, how they're doing, how they're thinking, feeling, seeing you. There are 3 cards on the bottom. 3 cards for the feminine on how they're seeing their masculine on top. There is a future, most likely, outcome, what's coming. And then there's gonna be an advice card for the feminine on top, an advice card for the masculine on the bottom row, and then we're gonna have a new outcome if we even need one. Another outcome card for if the advice is followed. You might not need advice because you're in union, right? But we'll see what we get. All right, so relationship spread for divine partners in union. Twin flames in union. Oh, Emperor already popped out. I'm just gonna put him back though. Whew, Emperor popped out again with the Knight of Swords. Okay, so whatever's going on, the masculine is coming fast after the 7 of Swords. Could be someone running away. All right, here we go. Highest love and light, please tell us only true. Divine partnership, relationship spread for those in union. Divine feminine, divine masculines in union. Highest love and light, please tell us only true relationship. Okay, here we go. Sometimes it takes a little while. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, interesting. Good. All right. Okay. So we're gonna get into it. Sorry. I just had to look at that spread for a minute. All right. So we're gonna look at the feminine first. First card out, Ace of Swords, in your truth, speaking your truth, standing up for your truth, having boundaries, cutting through bullshit. Okay. 5 of Swords. This is the fuck you card. And sometimes, you know, this can be someone doing negative things, damage. Sometimes it's just a big blowout fight. And sometimes it's just kind of the fuck you, I'm out of here card that is showing in the present moment. This is what happened in recent past. Seeing some kind of truth of a situation. Some kind of truth being revealed. In the future, it's saying here, feminine, that you are still not letting go. You're holding on to this connection. But for the present moment, you have sort of, you or your partner have left the building. And the masculine here in the recent past, he's been wanting long-term, serious, forever commitment. In the present moment, he is trying. Though he's showing up as a page instead of his emperor self or king or even a knight here, he is showing up as a page who wants to commit, wants to be in it, wants to offer something, you know, genuinely, but is still showing as very young, immature, not offering that much, you know, having like kind of one little coin. So this is kind of, you know, promising a whole lot and then coming with a little, because this person doesn't know exactly how to do more because they're still showing as a child. And in the future, the masculine is showing as justice, okay? Wanting to fix negative karmic situations, wanting to bring balance, fairness, health, cut out any bullshit, be in an equal give and take, okay, situation. So that actually looks good. So I feel like, yeah, right now there has been something, right now, you know, the feminine and masculine together, the masculine is like, I'm offering this little bit here, could be crumbs of love, and the feminine is like, I'm out of here because I've had enough bullshit to, you know, last me a lifetime and I don't take any of that anymore. But he's like, wait, no, I'm really being true or trying or whatever. And, you know, what's coming is she's not really giving up. Even if you all are not talking or there's been a breakup, she's not fully moving on, letting go. And he is trying to fix something and do it right and be right and correct. So that looks good. Now, coming in the immediate here, future, or the outcome, not the immediate future, but this sort of overall coming outcome, we have Judgment. So, yeah, this process where, especially, you know, that there's always this runner chaser dynamic, definitely the masculine is showing more as wanting to be in it with the pentacles. Right now the feminine is showing more as the runner, and you know, Judgment here is just basically everything having to be played out and cleansed. So having to be cleansed of the past, having to own one's shit, having to make apologies, be done with the past. But after making apologies, you have to actually make the changes and have like a new dynamic, a new kind of relationship, not, you know, keep going round and round in the cycles. So this is a wake-up call coming. This is a, revival, a second chance, third chance, fourth chance, whatever. So there is another chance, a return, a coming back together. But basically in that return, it's not a guaranteed being together happily ever after. This is having to make amends and, like justice, make things right, but like really, come and fix shit and put your heart on the table and own things. So what's really interesting, like weird, is for the feminine, the advice is the devil. For the masculine, the advice is the empress. All right, so these are flipped energies, okay, as I'm seeing it. There are a lot of masculine energies in these divine unions that do keep showing as the devil, okay, that do have some serious toxic behaviors, addictions, lower vibration issues. So, we know the story, we know all about during these separations, triangulations, we know about all different kinds of things. And this is really, it's just funny that the advice for the feminine is the devil. Like, it's to me, it's either saying kind of like, accept that your divine partner is toxic and, work with it anyways. Which is, really hard for me to, as someone who's gone through it, as someone who is, in this kind of connection, like, I don't want to go around recommending that anyone take any toxic behavior, any low vibration bullshit, whatever. But there is something here that is saying, the advice is to, in some way, accept that there's this toxicity. It's definitely like, with the Strength card, there's one deck where the woman and the lion are both looking, they've turned and they're looking at the devil. And the Strength card is about overcoming the devil, the lower nature. This is also just saying you guys are tied forever. So where are you going? But when you look at that with this, okay, the advice for the masculine is the Empress, which is the total opposite here. I mean, not total, but fairly opposite, okay? This is beautiful, feminine energy. This very loving and mothering and nurturing and giving and generous. And this is the advice for the masculine, okay? So I definitely feel like there's this kind of thing going on, saying to the feminine, kind of accept, the dark in the partnership, accept the dark within yourself, accept this, shadow toxic aspects. Not accept like it's okay, but maybe that's how it is right now. The partner still has these things. There is some effort to make things right, okay, and cleanse the situation on their part. So maybe you don't have to run and just accept, okay, yeah, my partner still has a lot of toxic devil or beast energy, and maybe don't run from it. And then, yeah, the masculine is knowing that this feminine energy is all loving and beautiful, but instead of sort of vilifying oneself and thinking that's outside of himself, to, yes, realize this is my divine feminine partner and hold her, but also be cultivating these more loving, nurturing, grounded energies in oneself. So what I'm trying to say here is it's kind of like, this night and day. The darkest dark, toxic, the lightest light, most loving, beautiful. This is, to me, very toxic, more masculine energy. This is loving, more feminine energy. And they are flipped. So there's something being advised to the masculine to hold this light, and to the feminine to hold this dark. Okay, and kind of recognize that you both have all the qualities. The feminine does have some of this shadow that the masculine is carrying. She has a piece of it too. The loving, nurturing, caretaking that the feminine carries, the masculine has a piece of that too. And so basically we're talking about mirroring, seeing the whole gamut of things, and kind of holding space, I guess, for all of that. I don't know. If the advice is followed, we do have first Knight of Wands energy coming in, then King of Pentacles energy coming in, and then the World. Okay, so the World is the major arcana that we're coming to on the outcome after the advice. Okay, so the outcome of what's coming now is Judgment, which is still good. I mean, it's a return. It's a wake-up call. It's a, oh, damn, I gotta own my shit, okay, energy. But following that advice of both of you dealing with shadow and light, accepting that what you have is in each other, then you get the outcome of the World, which is karma's done, lessons learned, leveling up, union. So this is a very high card, the last card in the deck. All right, this is when Saturn has been, the lessons that Saturn has brought have been learned, and obstacles have been overcome. And one is feeling very complete and fulfilled and successful within oneself. So there can be a healthier partnership where both parties are feeling successful and whole within oneself. So there's less toxic energy, less codependence, okay? There's, toxic energy of all kinds is from codependency, okay? Whether it's on the partner, being very controlling or abusive, or jealous, that all is from codependency and fear. Likewise, with all addictions, whether it's drugs, alcohol, whatever, buying things, sex addiction, whatever, that also is codependency and fear. Feeling that feeling of like, I'm not whole and happy and content with just myself, with just how things are, no matter what's going on in the present moment. I'm good. Like when you don't have that, you're always looking for something to fill, I can never say that word, fill that space up. And when you don't have that feeling of feeling filled up, then you're having an addictive response and looking for something to fill that up. And so in this kind of connection, whatever toxicity, codependency, addiction is there, it is having to be cleansed, or it will just stay very codependent and based in, bullying, control, issues, fear, tactics. Basically, I'm afraid you're going to hurt me, so I'm not going to let you. I'm going to force you. I'm going to, have power over you, control, whatever. Or I'm just going to go outside the connection and have other sexual situations or drug addictions or whatever to fill that hole. Okay, so whenever we're dealing with devil issues, we're dealing with codependency, which brings up intense reactions because someone needs to get their needs filled. They're not able to do it within themselves. It brings up fear. All right, so both of you working to accept and hold more of the polarized energy, you know, and seeing that we both have both of these qualities, and sticking around for lessons. But also, this is definitely talking about raising one's vibration by learning the lessons, by making efforts. Saturn doesn't let you, you know, get results or get rewards on something without your own effort. It doesn't just come and hand you like, here you go, union. No, this is the card of effort being made, and then coming to more feeling of completeness, health, happiness, balance within oneself, having both masculine and feminine energies within oneself. This, as I've said before, even in original decks, was the card of the hermaphrodite. Two people that were one, masculine on one side, feminine on one side. So, yeah. So this is talking about balancing all the elements. We have all four of the fixed signs, all four of the elements. And very like balanced. This woman, you know, she's like spinning her batons. She's in a laurel wreath of success, and she's very light-footed. So she's not like the fool, just like walking off a cliff, unaware. Like she's seen it all. She's been there, done that. And that's why she's able to come to a new higher level of lightness, of feeling complete, so I don't need to stress really or worry about anything. Everything is in a divine order, and I'm one and connected with everything. So this is the ultimate outcome, okay, of where you guys are going if you keep working with this dark, toxic, controlling, addictive, codependent stuff, along with the very ecstatically loving, nurturing, beautiful, mothering, sexy energies. Just keep working with those things instead of, you know, being too extreme with each other. And, you know, feminine, like the masculine is going to be working to try to make it right. It might not feel like it's necessarily happening fast enough or big enough, because he's still showing right now as a page. But we do see, like I said, you know, coming up with you holding space for each other. He is showing up in the future as the King of Pentacles, okay? So he's not showing up as the Emperor yet, though he did pop out in the shuffle. So we do know that he popped out a couple times. We do know that he's the Emperor, but he is not yet, even if you're in union, he is not able to show up as the Emperor yet. But he's showing up as the King of Pentacles in the near future outcome with some more effort, and that's definitely going in the right direction. Okay. So I hope that isn't too matter of fact for you. I don't do, you know, just kind of all over some of this, some of that, airy-fairy. Like, I just say it how I see it, which is maybe too matter of fact for some people. But that's how I like it. I'm Scorpio. Just like, give it to me. Give me the truth hard and fast. Okay? All right. Thank you all. Beautiful, divine, beautiful beings out there. Thanks so much, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.